And on the phone right now, we have the one and only Mr. David McPherson having a chat to us about all things Speedway. How are you, Mr. McPherson?
Yeah, good, thanks, John. How are you, mate?
Enjoy
the Logies?
Oh, yeah, it was a big night, and I didn't actually go inside. I was there just doing some interviews on the red carpet and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, mate, we just have to keep you back on Speedway in Australia because we need a bit more support.
Well, but that's what I want. Well, like, because Tracy Grimshaw doesn't obviously like Speedway, but you do. And now you just came back from overseas. What was that about?
Yeah, mate, I had 40 days overseas in the UK. Because my team rides in Scotland. If anyone wants to have a look on Facebook or whatever, it's Josh Pickering Racing.
Oh, Mr. Joshy Pickering. Yes, I know him.
We're riding in England for Edinburgh. We work for Edinburgh. And we're riding for Krzyznik in Poland.
Now, did you...
But,
you were saying...
Mate, the April meeting in UK was amazing. You know, I spent like 28 days there alone, and you know, there's Speedway on nearly every night, just about every night.
And why is it so? So my question, David, my question is, why is it so big over there and not, like as you just said, it's on every night over there? Why is it not on every night over here?
Well, mate, England's having a similar problem to Australia. Their actual crowd numbers are actually starting to fall, which is a shame, and. You know, there's been a couple of speedways.
Because it's an exciting sport. Like, I've only been once now, but I need to come back again. I've been very busy, but I need to come back soon and come and have a look at these guys. Because as I went with you, and it was an excellent night, and it's full on like talent. That's what you call talent.
Oh, mate, it's just amazing what those guys do. It's not just a thing for sportsmen; they're extreme sportsmen. And how they can, I don't know how they survive the whole thing, to be honest. It's an amazing sport of danger. And it's nice to watch. And, you know, we head to Queensland on the 21st of July at North Brisbane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's coming up on the 21st of July. Well, I'll be at that. Is that place that you and I went to that time?
Yes, it is, mate. Yeah, it's back there.
Hey,
you know the chat there. You're up in the broadcast box, I think.
Of course. Hey, we'll do dinner and do all that.
The following weekend, we go straight to Rockhampton on the 27th, mate.
Oh, yeah, right. And are you excited
which is a Rock Oil meeting, which is a good one.
Now, I heard that you are thinking about leaving Australia.
Yes, mate. I've found a little place 26 minutes from Edinburgh. It's in a little town called Whitburn in Scotland, 2 kilometres from Bathgate, and mate, I just liked it there. And you know, do you realise it's?
Were you born over there?
Big homes are expensive, but the one I put up on Facebook, you know, it's which we're looking at a deposit over the weekend. Now, I have friends go and look at it. It's £80,000, which is around 147,000.
That's bloody cheap, isn't it? That's cheap as.
Yeah, mate, but it's really interesting. But
is it dodgy? Has someone died? Because I noticed someone. Hang on, David. But I noticed someone speaking on your Facebook not long ago. Did someone die in that house?
Mate, it was James Mallett from the Central Coast here. That's what he come back and said to me. Oh, that price. He said someone must have died.
Yeah, it looked like Amityville a bit. I must admit.
I did the right thing. Did you see? I sent him back a photo of a mallet. And a book called Murder in the House.
No, I read all that.
You've got a little bit of humour, haven't you?
Oh, it was funny because I was like, for £130, like 130,000, that's cheap. Yeah. What was it? It was a 2-bedroom.
Yeah, mate, they're all joined together, but even the rebuilding of England further out, you've got more green over there than you've got in Australia. And but they're all still the same old-fashioned 2-bedroom places all joined
England's
together.
England's an old country, mate. Of course it would be.
It's amazing.
It's an old country. Well, it's amazing. But were you Aussie born? Were you born here?
Yeah, mate, but I was very lucky to go over and see the town and the house where my grandparents came from.
So, so your grandparents came from there. That's where you're... Is that why you want to go...
actually called Lees.
Is that why you want to go back there?
Yeah, well, I went there as well, mainly for Speedway, but we had a lot of land in Australia. Because William Kent sailed one of the ships with Cook, and we had 1,200 acres around the tank stream and the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Wow.
But what happened when my great-great-grandfather died, he still worked for the British government at that time. He had no pecuniary interests documented. So we lost all the land that we own around there, but we still got all our memorials at Garrison Church on the rocks in Sydney and things like that.
So when you went back to England, did you find out stuff about your family? Is that part of the reason?
Yeah,
not just Speedway. Is that part of the reason why you went back there as well?
Yes, it was. And the amazing thing was that the Lees Church in the little village, they had the war books there, and I only had to wear the white gloves they put on, and they opened the cabinets, and I was allowed to look through it and find, family members.
Wow.
So it was really interesting.
So you enjoyed your trip. How long did you go for?
40 days, mate.
Oh, wow. Didn't seem like that.
Yeah, but, so much Speedway.
That's right. I wrote on your Facebook. Do you remember this? I wrote in your Facebook, put your Camry down and enjoy yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, but do you know, I'm the same though, because I know when I go on holidays, because you know that those photos are always going to be there.
Mate, I'm a photo nut,
Yeah. But I said,
couldn't help it.
Put your Camry down and relax, mate. Because did you get to see things without the camera on all the time?
No, the camera sort of is, for some reason, stuck
memories.
To me.
Yeah.
And I can't get rid of it.
It's memories. It's memories.
I just wish I was a bit of a photographer, to be honest.
Well, why don't you own a nice Canon 3D or whatever, 5D or whatever they're called?
No, I got rid of all that stuff, mate. I've got the.
Have you still got the what's it called?
Now it's got the two cameras on it. You can rear vision a race as well.
Didn't I play with that at the Speedway? Was that it? No, that was a different camera. I can't remember.
No.
Hey, do you still have?
If you look on, if anyone wants to look at some really good racing and some extreme accidents, which I think I've notified, if you go on, Dave Speedway Macca.
Yeah,
on Google, I think it is, or Dave Macca Speedway. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
There was about 400 videos, and the only trouble is that some of the ones that have interrupted with Sky and BT television overseas, they've been blacked out.
Now, David, you haven't mentioned this speedway coming up here in July. That's at North Brisbane, where you and I went. Isn't that the McDoohan? That's McDoohan's, hey?
Yes, it is, mate.
Yeah, McDoohan exactly Speedway. Right. So that's happening on what date?
That's the 21st of July.
Righto. So 21st of July, and it's cheap as chips, isn't it? It's like, I can't remember the prices, but I'm sure we can ring those people and get them on the line before the 21st of July. Let them know that I'm coming.
Met the people up there. So.
Let them know that's what I just said. Let them know I'm coming. And they remember me, of course.
And then, of course, the meeting the following week in Rockhampton's going to be a nice meeting as well. The weather's good up there, and beautiful spot, Queensland, no doubt.
Is that where you go hang out with that other fella, David Anderson?
Yeah, well, Dave's still got, I think, 10 or 11 bikes at the moment.
Does he ride any of them?
Sorry?
Does he ride any of them?
No, David had a bad accident in, what do you call it? Little cars with four wheels. I forget the name of them.
Oh, yeah.
Go-karts, I think. It was high-speed karting. So he was very ill, and his son has been on life support after his last ride up there about 11 months ago now.
Jeez.
Young Tristan. So,
because David Anderson and I sort of
bit of an upsetting time.
Well, David Anderson and I sort of put shit on each other. I know he doesn't like me, and I have no problem with him. But that's very sorry to hear that. Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Life's never easy, especially for Speedway people, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Now, have you spoken to the Coyne family?
Yeah, I talk to Rod occasionally, and
so do I, but he doesn't answer my calls for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I know he's been busy with his business up there.
Yeah, righto.
And
too busy to talk to me.
Practicing.
Too busy to talk to me. I told him. I asked him last time, "Are you cheating on me with another radio station?"
No, I don't think we've sold out, mate.
No, because I look after you fellas, and
yes, you do.
Yeah, and so that's coming up on what date? 21st of July.
The 21st of July is North Brisbane.
Yep, North Brisbane, and then
the 27th of July the following week. Dogs, sorry.
Oh, you got right. You're right. They're probably
The
chasing that
27th
cat.
of July is Rockhampton's yearly meeting, which will be it'll be packed up there, mate, and it'll be an extremely good meeting because we'll get a lot of guys that are not overseas at the moment up there for that one from Mildura and South Australia. And I believe there's a couple of guys coming down from Ayr up in Queensland, Speedway. In fact, that got Speedway of the Year for 2019, Ayr.
Well, there you go.
It's called Pioneer Park.
Why did that get Speedway of the Year? Has it got a good track there or something?
Yeah, because of the improvements that they'd actually done there.
Right.
So I don't know how much that they've done because it's a little bit far away from me. But
have you been there before?
No, I haven't, mate. No, because I sort of haven't been travelling much here the last few years. But I'm back on the
you're back on the track
now.
already. And how's the? Oh, we'll talk about that off air. I was about to ask you something, but we'll talk about that off air later on tonight. I'll give you a call back after the show, Mr. McPherson. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, and don't forget, mate. I have to finish it off for you.
Of course.
You must look up on Facebook, everyone, Speedway Experience. Because that's how many people we are teaching around Australia how to ride Speedway, from 8-year-olds to 60-year-olds.
Well,
and I'll tell you now,
I will
Craig
never
Boyce
be getting
is the next
one.
world
Maybe
rider.
I will get on one.
Worth doing.
Rodney Coynes offered me to get on one before, but I said, "Oh yeah, no." I said,
I've just bought a new one.
No, I'm not. Yeah, but if I smash it, then we have to get the radio. And then I hope we all got radio station insurance and everything. Because if I break an arm, well, who's going to press the buttons? Are you going to come in the studio and press all these buttons?
We will always stick something up, mate.
Just do the best of shows, including this interview. Oh, David, I love having a yarn to you. Hey,
it's nice, John.
Yeah, so how's the Central Coast? Because you're down there on the Central Coast. What's it like today?
Well, mate, we've got a beautiful day today. The actual sun's out. The only trouble, we've had another shark attack.
Yes, I read about that just before. We're reporting on that.
Beach down near Manly.
Yeah, we're reporting on that
just up here
just before. But
where I am.
Have they confirmed it is a shark attack? Yeah.
Yes, it's been confirmed.
Yeah.
But we've got drone coverage of 11 bull sharks off the entrance beach only a week or two ago, I think it was.
Yeah, but as I said, David, like if you get into the ocean and that's their territory as well, you know what I mean? So it's expected, but I don't know.
Mate, being a Speedway lover, you've got to respect surfing.
That's right.
And what more could you respect than people that offer to feed sharks? I think it's brilliant of them.
There you go.
It's one of the nicest environmental things I've ever heard.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope I don't ever get killed. Because you fellas are all going to have to come in here and learn how to push the buttons if I go anywhere. So, anyway.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, definitely not good. David McPherson, part of the Speedway Australian people. Now, these guys are not the Speedways as in like the cars. We're talking about the motorbikes. And amazing. Like these fellas go over 100 k's an hour. There's no brakes. And so how do they stop with their boots, eh?
They slide the bike, but one of the interesting factors that's come out in the last 12 months...
Do they call it drifting, even though they're on motorbikes?
Oh, yeah, it's drifting. Yeah, sliding.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're quicker than an F1 Formula car.
What is?
Yes.
What is?
Daniel Ricciardo and... Mark Webber have been very good and have been a little bit involved in Speedway this last couple of years. And they've done a run, and the Speedway bike actually gets to 100 in 2.2 seconds, which is actually quicker than their F1 cars.
Wow. So when they smash into the side of the fences, which I hope they don't, but when they do, that's why they're in hospital. So
yes, mate. Well, the new laws that just come through Motorcycle Australia this year is that how we have blown up bags on the corners.
Yep.
All speedways coming up for next season must have the airbags all the way around them to try to save them.
And how much money is that going to cost the people? So some speedways may have to close down.
Well, each one,
if they can't afford that.
I don't know how many you need on the 300-metre circuits, but they're 3,500 each plus the air unit that needs to fill them. So it's not true, mate.
Definitely not. All right, Mr. McPherson, thank you very much for being on the show. Hope you have a great day. We'll replay this interview later on. You're a good man.
Yeah, good as gold.
Thanks David.
Very much, John.
See you, mate. Bye-bye. So that's David McPherson from the Speed